What's up guys, Ray here with another exciting episode of What's New Japan for you, the first video for 2014 from AnimeBallZ. This is a great honour for me, but I'm not going to spend too much time on it because that's not what you came here for. So let's get down to what you have come here for, which is new anime. First up on the list for this week is an anime called Noragami. At the boundary between this realm and another, there live 8 million gods, dead spirits who serve the gods, and other spirits who help and meddle in the affairs of humans. A sweet middle school girl named Hiyori Iki has been bullied by her classmates, and she goes to the restroom to cry by herself, like most middle school girls probably would if they were enduring bullying. When she gets there, she finds a message scrawled on the bathroom wall, which is a phone number and the message, "I solve your troubles." After Hiyori calls the number, she encounters a homeless boy wearing a jersey who calls himself a god. The boy, who is named Yato, is rough, moody, lazy, and never listens to anyone's wishes, but he has the power to be a god, albeit a god that nobody actually knows about. So it seems like a rather interesting series. It's got a really interesting premise. How's this kid going to use his god powers in everyday life? Will he eventually lose said powers, or what? I don't know. You don't know. You're going to have to watch the anime to find out what's going on. Next up is an anime called Witchcraft Works. This follows the story of Takamiya Hanaka, who is a regular student whose only problem seems to be that he sits next to Kagari Ayake, the school's #1 beauty. They've never spoken to each other before, and any interaction between them immediately results in Kagari's fan club beating the living high hell out of Takamiya. Yet when a falling part of the school building is about to send him to the afterlife, it's Kagari that comes to Takamiya's rescue. Only there's something a bit off. She's dressed as a witch, she's carrying him in her arms, and she's hovering on a broomstick. Kagari then tells him that it is her mission to protect him, and that she can now finally protect him openly rather than undercover. I assume that she also goes on to tell him that she is a witch, otherwise the title of Witchcraft Works wouldn't really make much sense. I did a bit of research into this series because it seemed a little odd and left of field, and it turns out that the script writer for Witchcraft Works is Reiko Yoshida, who's also worked on many other big-name animes such as Angelic Layer, Bakuman, D-Greyman, Digimon Adventure, both 1 and 2, Get Backers, Metabots, School Rumble, and many others that you can go find for yourself. So, with such an impressive array of anime under her belt, I'm sure that this will turn out to be an amazing series and possibly another big hit like what Attack on Titan was in 2013. Finally on the list for this week is an anime called Buddy Complex. Now this is a traditional robot action anime, and it follows the story of Aobi Watase, a boy who goes to high school in Tokyo and lives a carefree daily life. So far so ordinary, doesn't really seem like much of a traditional robot action anime. On the morning of his school's opening ceremony after the summer vacation break, he goes to school as usual but has a chance encounter with Junyo Dio Weinberg. And this encounter will soon alter the fate of the world. Again, we don't really get touched much on the traditional robot action part of the anime, but the story seems to be building up to what could be considered a mecha anime. It's really pushing the changing of destiny and the changing of fate themes that usually come with mecha animes such as Neon Genesis Evangelion, and I think Gundam Wing was a really big changer of fate theme. So it's definitely going to be an interesting series. The original creator of the series is Hajime Yatase, who's also been credited with being one of the original creators of Cowboy Bebop, Witch Hunter Robin, and Battle Spirit Sword Eyes, which I covered in one of the very early episodes of What's New Japan. I'm not going to go back and find out which one that was because that will take me far too long, but absolutely check that one out, especially if you're a big fan of traditional mecha animes, because we have not had a very good mecha anime for quite a while now. So at the end of another week of What's New Japan, I've told you about an anime that involves a homeless guy who claims that he's a god that no one knows about. I've told you about a series where a girl reveals herself as a witch so that she can protect the guy that she sits next to in school. And I've told you about a traditional robot action anime that doesn't really involve traditional robot action, at least not in the synopsis. Hopefully one of those appeals to your taste of anime. I'm Ray. This has been another episode of What's New Japan. Catch you on the flip side.